I mean, we want to talk about just, is it wrong for him to kill him or how badly he killed them? Because he fucked those dudes up.
He was shooting him with like fucking like the bat wing, and then like that motherfucker had bullets like this long and shit. And he killed like 12 motherfuckers at once with that. He had grenade launchers. Bruce Wayne don't give a fuck.
Bruce Wayne went Tom Wayne for like 10 minutes. It's like I channeled the spirit of my parallel ancestors.
Damn, dude. So,
well, shit, we're live.
Are we?
Yeah.
You ain't saying nothing.
No, I was fucking talking about Batman for a minute. I was fucking around with my phone and it's about to die, so I'd rather not fucking have to use it to record and use my computer like I'm playing.
Yeah, right? Why not use your computer? So, man, what have you been up to lately, anyways?
Man, just getting ready for this baby.
Yeah.
Those are always fun.
I know, man. Big change. Big change around the corner.
If you like sleep, you better not like sleep anymore.
Dude,
weren't you like 5-10 years ago kind of anti-having babies? Like you
dude,
kind
I
of
was.
the bachelor lifestyle.
Seriously, I was like anti-baby. I was like I do not want like kids, at least not right away. I was like, I planned it out. I was like, not at least until like I'm 35. Was I thinking about having a kid and shit?
That's what my mom used to tell me. Like, wait until you're 30.
You're far off from 35.
I know. But not that far. Plan was going so smooth.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was surreal when she told me. I was like,
Sprout, man.
Yeah.
He was the first one I remember. Now you.
Yeah.
When did she tell you? Like right away? Or?
Well, she actually took, like, this is funny, because I'm like, she showed me the test, and she's like, I got a surprise for you. Like, and then she put it in a bag, and that, like, a couple days before she gave me some gifts, but she's like,
like a brown sandwich bag or like a fucking gift bag from like Target or some shit.
Yeah, it's like a gift bag from Target or some shit. And she had it like wrapped, the test wrapped up and stuff like that. She's like, now you can open your present. And so like I open it, and I'm like, I'm like, are you serious? Are you not? Cause like, maybe it was like a joke or something like that. Yeah. This is like, yeah. I'm like, how many did you take? And then she pulls out like 6 more. So I'm like, yeah, I guess this is pretty accurate.
Damn. Yeah, it's just really set in stone when they go to the hospital, though. They're like, oh, yeah, no, you're fucking pregnant.
Yeah. Oh, man, the doctors gave me, like, a major scare because, when they test, like, the urine or whatever they do. Like, they're like, yeah, you're this far out. And they told us we were, like, 3 months out already.
Yo, that's usually when you find out that...
No, check it out. This is the crazy part. They're like, yeah, you're already, like, 3 months out. And really, we're only a month out. But they're like, you're 3 months out, and... We're thinking back because we had just got back from a trip to Florida, and like she was already drinking like crazy down there and stuff like that.
Oh,
and then we had been drinking from like clubs and stuff like from the weeks prior and stuff. So I'm like, our baby's gonna be so fucked up.
Hell yeah, either that is gonna come out like in fruity fucking alcohol drinks.
So they're like, oh
yeah,
yeah,
margarita.
Come out like Chunk from Goonies and shit, like baby Ruth. Rocky Road.
I'll be like, shit. It's like, what can I do with that? Everybody comes out like Chunk. Like, I might as well just train you to be like Ivan Drago from like Rocky IV.
Nice. Treat it like a Spartan child, dude.
Exactly. Go smash.
Oh, man.
But now, dude, congratulations, dude. Like, I seen it on Facebook. That was the first time I found out. It was a picture of you and your girlfriend and the little baby boots.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what? Wait, what?
I know. Nobody believed me. Like, I told Chauncey, too.
I didn't believe Chauncey was having a baby either.
Yeah, man. It's good. It looks just like him.
Hell yeah.
That's I haven't seen him forever.
How far along are you guys now?
Shit. We just hit 5 months about a week ago.
Right on.
Yeah,
So are you guys like gonna find out through the ultrasound what the gender is, or are you just gonna like have a surprise?
Well, she already has the gender
in
an envelope, which she gave to her mom for the reveal party. That's this Saturday. I was not trying to go with all that. I was like, hey, I just want to know the gender right now. Thank you. It's like, know if it's a boy or a girl. It's like, no, we're gonna do a gender party. And then she tried to trick me. She tried to give me like the catch-22. Then she's like, now, do you want to know the gender on the day? or do you want to wait for the party? I'm like, I want to know. She's like, we're gonna wait for Saturday.
That's fucked up.
We're really just trying to play me like that.
Oh shit, dude. That's crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah, no, but I think it's gonna be an interesting experience for you, man. As long as you can manage your health, dude, which is gonna be really difficult.
Yeah,
that's why I've been trying to fucking manage mine, dude. My kid's already like going on 11,
well,
and he's already getting big as shit. So
right, we're getting a head start. Like Terrance has already got a good fucking head start, but if you don't keep that momentum going when that kid's there, it's going to be really difficult.
See, that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to start getting into the mentality of working out early in the morning. So that's pretty much the only
Well, that's when your testosterone levels are the highest.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, but like
I've been doing this shit at night before I go to bed and shit.
Well, you can do that too, especially if you eat right and, your body's in tune to that. It gets... Whatever work you do, your body gets used to.
Right.
Like at whatever time, but it's optimal for like good shit in the morning because your testosterone levels are high.
Yeah.
That and nobody's fucking awake.
Exactly.
So you got all the time in the world to do it. So
that explains why we had to wake up at like 6:30 every morning in the military and shit.
Yeah.
Like I get up earlier than that now. Shit.
But dude, there have been times where we had to get up and be in formation before we had to salute the flag and shit. It'd be like 4:35 in the morning.
I'm glad you guys are fucking sucked into that shit.
I didn't really get sucked into it, man. It was it was a personal decision, I think.
We got a super soldier program.
Yo, you went to Jackson, man. Remember the fucking victory punch and shit?
No, I went to Cell.
Oh, I thought you went to Jackson. Who the fuck went to Jackson?
Chauncey,
yeah, probably.
Yeah, dude, I stayed my ass out of the military.
It was so weird because before I even joined the military, I swear I was anti-military.
That's how I felt.
That's how I felt. So I was like, my last year.
Yeah, that's why I say everybody who goes to the military goes out pro-military. Unless they get super fucked over, then they're like, fuck them assholes. Even
I'm kind of indifferent.
The thing is, it's like I went in though just really to get benefits and get like a good start life and stuff. Because I saw like some positive things I could use. Yeah. But so I was anti. I was like, they're just a big gang, man. Like,
well, they're really just to do whatever the fucking people up top tell them to do. Yeah. It's not their fault that they're doing this shit. If you're raping motherfuckers and doing extracurricular activities.
It's not like on the military agenda, though. It's like, we got rapists in society, rapists towards the army, rapes in the army. Rapists join
the army. These are the droids you're looking for.
But, I didn't want to have to do anybody else's bidding just because I didn't trust the people in charge of that shit.
I feel that.
Yeah.
And that's my problem. And plus, any white man that's ever made a promise to fucking natives lied. So I don't fucking trust not one of them.
Dude, yeah, exactly.
I decided nothing with no white people. Fuck that.
Fucking I learned from history.
I'm fucking with you.
When I went to Fort Jackson for basic training, they had this shit called Victory Punch. And I legit thought that I was part of some like Captain America shit. Like I said it openly in front of everybody, like, you're trying to make me into Steve Rogers. I know it. And they're like, drink the damn Victory Punch. Like we couldn't drink nothing else for a hot minute, man. It was either water or Victory Punch. Turns out it was just Kool-Aid that they tried to make into like Powerade. Like you just added like extra salts and shit like that and like other electrolytes to fucking... But nah, dude, I was under the entire 8-10 weeks I was there, I was under the impression that they were trying to fucking make me all... Fucking,
does it feel strong?
Yeah, good work, soldier. Shield slash. Charging star.
You get like a placebo effect off the victory punch.
Yeah. That's kind of how I felt, man. Like I killed the PT test towards the end, dude.
It's just like, that's what I would love to do all of that shit and get the camaraderie that the military provides. Yeah. But that's how how they get you. Like, because at first you're like, fuck this place, but then you start going through the fire with these people, and next thing you know, you guys are doing this thing.
Yeah, like that's your thing now.
Yeah.
I think to a certain level, there's got to be some indifference involved in stuff like that. Some of the things that you do.
Yeah,
it's like you question every single thing that happens.
But you're a soldier, so you're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to.
But it happens. I did it all the time, especially after me and my fiance at the time had broke up. Because she was the whole reason why I enlisted. I was like, well, shit, I'm about to get married. Yeah. I'm fresh out of high school. I need to go to college. I need to get a house. The Army will pay for that. It hooked my dad up, right?
Yeah.
So I did it, and then that shit fucking fell apart, and I was like, what the fuck am I even doing here? And so, like, I was starting to be, like, real, like, belligerent, and, like, I mean, I did what I was told, but I wouldn't like it, and it was pretty bad, but, like, I mean, you know, there was a lot of shit I questioned, like, not, like, we didn't have any major conflicts going on at the time. It was, like, 2099, somewhere around there, so, like, the worst shit that happened was, like, Bosnia, and they don't need water treatment specialists out there for that shit. They got snow. They're good.
Yeah, all that mountain ranges and good, clean, filtered water from all that, you know.
But, you know, I actually had kind of made the choice, even though I was feeling, like, anti-military, like, years before I actually joined, probably when I was, like, 14. I was like, if I'm just not doing anything productive, at 18, I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to join the Army. And seriously, and I was like, yeah, I actually followed through with that because I turned 18. I was down in North Carolina, and I was staying with my mom and my sister. And then one day I just read the paper, and it's like, you know, $20,000 enlistment bonus and stuff like that to join the Army. Like, oh, yeah, that's right. Well, I'm not doing nothing, and I am 18 now, so I was like, damn, that's how I went. Yeah. Like, I didn't even tell my mom, nobody. I just went and called the recruiter. Got to the station, got my data, and came back and was like, Mom.
You went right in. My dad had mentioned something to me. But, you know, everybody I knew in my family, like I don't know, you know, a lot of Native people enlist in the fucking Army. I don't know what it is. I'm like, why do you do that? I go to the res, like, everybody's got pictures of their family in the military. It's like, what the fuck? Everybody. And my family's no different. My dad's dad, you know, my fucking grandma's boyfriend, my dad, you know, everybody. I just was like, I don't understand. I didn't get it. But then I saw, you know, what they were telling me and all these other things, and I just did not want to do anything that I didn't want to do. And that's it. That's all I fucking... And that's why I work for myself. Fuck you guys.
I mean, like I said, what to say, if you're not working for yourself, you're working for somebody else. I mean, it's like shit. You're buying Nike, like brand name stuff, like eating out, like you're supporting somebody else's dream, man.
I'm doing a little both right now. Like I'm working for the city of Brooklyn Center, and then I'm also doing shit at home for people. So
yeah, I saw that you were making like shoes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm kind of closing the shoe shop. Like I'll take requests if they come in, but I'm thinking about closing the Etsy shop for a while. I was dealing with some personal stuff like at the beginning of the year actually, and I just couldn't commit to the projects anymore. But like whatever commissions come in, I'll do them. Like lately, I've been getting a lot of requests for like logos for like a lot of like local producers and stuff that want to.
You know, every time I see those atomic recycling trucks, I think Sprouts. I'm like. Dude, I was just gonna ask you, did you design that? Because that sounds like...
I get tempted to fucking change that C to a K every time. Just walk up with a big rectangle stencil and just go, and just walk away.
Yeah, exactly, man. I was like,
but you could do that simply. If you could get your hands on a truck, you know how many people... Okay, our friend Earl, you know Earl. His friend... His whole family's scrappers, and they make fucking like a hand over fist a day. But granted, they use it on things that aren't positive, like, more bullets and guns and shit like that. But they make their own money. They don't fucking deal with anything. And I think freeing yourself of working for anybody and having your own time to do whatever the fuck you want. I'm the happiest person I could ever be right now. Yeah. I mean. There's some things I can't talk about right now because we're on a podcast that I'm extremely happy with in my life. And then, I'm getting physically fit, and I'm feeling way better about myself. And I have all the time in the world to go see places and do new things and explore all the things I enjoy. And it's making me really fucking happy.
Yeah, man, because it was that like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Where it's like, we have so many essential basic needs, and like the last one, like or at the top of the pinnacle, it's like actual self-actualization, where it's like you finally start doing the things that you want, and like you see yourself doing them and doing more, instead of just being in survival mode the entire time, like just trying to make it by all the time.
The stress of the job or the stress of having to pay your bills is a big fucking issue, but once you can get rid of that issue, you're free to do anything that you want to do. And that's what I like. I mean, granted, there's times where work's slow, and you know I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta go dredge up some work, but when I do, it pays off. It's a short period of time.
Yeah.
I make, you know, sometimes I'll make $3,000 or $4,000 for a job that takes 1 to 2 weeks, and I don't have to work the rest of the month.
Yep.
Exactly.
Like, and then I'm off doing whatever the fuck. Like right now, today, I worked for 2-3 hours. I got off work. I sprinted hills. After I did the hills, I came home, did a kettlebell workout, did a little bit of jump rope. Did my driving.
I left and came back to his house like 3 times today, and he was like, I had finished doing something every time I came back within like a couple hours.
But yeah, I just try to keep myself active, and right now I'm on this. I want to fucking get in the best possible shape I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
And I have the time to do it, so why not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it, and I'm going for it, and I like it.
Nice. But you get enough recovery time? Because, like, man.
Oh, yeah.
I knew I ruined, because I was working out, like, 6-7 days a week, like, consistently for a few months. And, like, I was, like, getting stronger, like, getting leaner. But I think I sabotaged myself a little bit because I was overworking out a bit.
Well, yeah, dude, there's a good way to find that out. If you wake yourself up, if you wake up in the morning and you were laying in bed, check your heart rate. If your heart rate is like over 70 or 60 or 69 or 70 beats per minute, your body's already stressed out from just sleeping.
Yeah.
And that just means you overworked yourself yesterday. So definitely take the fucking day off.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I got days that like this. I use this thing right here. This is a workout tracker, right? Yeah. I got rest in here. I mean, some of the days are really easy, like boxing, 36 minutes. That'll be like 12 rounds of whatever the fuck I want to do. Yoga, 10-minute yoga, push-ups. So I'll do like fucking however many push-ups, and then they'll be like nothing. All I did was hike. Granted, 2-3 hour hikes and shit, like fucking miles, like 10-mile hike,
right?
But and then there's days where I don't do nothing. Like it's nil. I don't have nothing, none, just to relax. You know?
See, I'm trying to like be more on the ball with like track and shit like that, but it's really hard to because I don't have that habit yet. Got this shit on my phone. It's like default software that comes with the iPhone and shit, and it like tracks like your steps and walking and biking and like. I can track my workouts and stuff like that, but since I don't use a lot of those apps to like track it for me, I have to like enter it manually. Like I did 50 Turkish get-ups, or I did like 50 curls, or 50 push-ups, or I did a fucking whole 15-minute ab workout. And then if I don't remember to do it, like I haven't even remembered. I have a sleep analysis on here that maybe I took it off the dashboard, but I stopped tracking my sleep analysis because I don't remember what time I go to sleep. I don't remember how long I sleep for sometimes. Yeah, it's just terrible, but. I'm gonna keep trying to track as much as I can because it's really interesting to see like exactly how much activity.
I mean, it's nice too because I mean, especially as time goes by, you start forgetting where you really started at. Like, you might have a picture or two, but you see how far you come. Like I remember, what was it, like almost a year ago? I couldn't really run, and I was like 290 pounds. And, like, I kept getting, like, problems with my knee and everything like that. And it's like I couldn't even run, like, 5 miles per hour on the treadmill.
Really?
So, yeah, man. It was terrible. Like, my knees just would not let me. And, like, I wasn't even taking military PT tests, nothing. Like, I was on profile, I was seeing doctors and everything. And so it was, like, amazing. Like, I finally, like, lost a lot of weight, got in the gym, did weightlifting. And then I was like, yeah, now I'm running, like, you know, I can run 10 miles per hour now.
Did I see your picture on Instagram where you're just standing there like this with your arms crossed? And I was like, damn, this nigga's arms was big as fuck. His arms were bigger than my head. I was freaking out like, when the fuck did that happen? But that was like one of the main reasons why, like, when Sherman was like, you want to come over and work out? I was like, fuck yeah, man. Because like I feel like I'm getting left behind by like everybody who's like, fuck it, man. I'm either getting close to being 30 or I'm already in my 30s and I need to do some shit. And I'm like halfway through that shit.
Even Matt works out.
You know? Yeah. And if Matt's working out, then I need to get on the ball.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's why I've been trying to get Sprout to come over and do like Turkish get-ups, or we'll do like some yoga shit, or some whatever kettlebell workouts. But it's pretty. I want to get him. I got him to do some jump rope shit. I want to get him to do a jump rope because it's fucking super beneficial. Like,
but couldn't I get the same benefits from jogging?
Yeah, but you're in one way, but you're not working the same. Your footwork is through timing. You're working your forearms, your shoulder muscles, your chest. Your calves are gonna fucking kill.
Dude, my calves were killing that Monday, dude. And that was like, what, a couple days after leg day?
Yeah, and having stronger calf muscles equals better balance. Like, your legs will be stronger. Your calf muscles will be stronger for balance, you know, controlling your feet, your whole fucking base. And that'll increase power, stability, you know, same thing. It's not exactly the same as running.
Yeah.
You get endurance specifically for running, though, and you burn tons of calories. That's what it's good for. But it fucking hurts your body, dude. Like,
but I like running, man. Like, when we had to go like running for like PT and shit like that, it was like my
it's
favorite
good
thing to do.
Just
or like to go out and jog by myself or run the treadmill and shit like that.
I see, especially like in the military, like as people get older, because I see like during we take like the PT test in the morning, and some of the, like older guys, people were like in the like 40 and up age bracket, they can't even run anymore.
Because they just ran all the time?
Exactly. It's just like whole side formation, can't run, they're called walkers.
Oh,
they just have to walk laps, and like, that's it.
That's because they kill their fucking body.
They're like minimum time on the PT test is like 22 minutes and shit.
But at the same time, before that, I bet they were all like excellent, like top class runners. Because I mean, when you get into fitness, you find something you like, and you start really getting obsessed. Like you don't want to stop.
Well, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Like I want to do it every day, all the time. So I have to stop myself because I will overdo it. My body will be fucking wrecked. Like now, I recover not overnight. I mean, virtually overnight. And if something's too sore, like my biceps are good today. But if my biceps were too sore, I would stick to just like something like my back and my legs, or keeping that shit. But I like to do full body all the time.
I know my thing is I was doing full body a lot, but what I didn't understand was how long it actually takes a natural human being to heal versus somebody on steroids. And then I would be on YouTube and I'd be watching like workout videos.
Yeah. And like, motherfuckers are beefed up.
They're beefed up. They're working
out. Like they're healing at like a Wolverine raid or some shit.
Because of steroids.
Exactly. They can work out like their recovery time is like reduced. They absorb massive amounts of calories. Muscles just heal like crazy.
Yep. And on top of that, they do other things on top of the steroids that help heal, which I don't, because I don't work out at that level. Well, ice baths, heat treating, like getting into an ice bath directly after working out nullifies like all these different things. I can't remember what it is, but your body has this hormonal response from the cold, like the severe cold, and it's released. Anti-inflammatories are released. The damage stops in the muscle tissue, and it helps promote the healing. Then you go from there. Some guys like to go into a sauna, super hot. Where you get the heat response and hormone responds that way, and then you get more vascular. What is the
vascular?
Where your veins open up.
Vascular.
Yeah, your veins get wider, and the blood rushes to the places where it needs to heal, and then whatever nutrients they're taking and the steroids.
Exactly, it takes so much stuff. So when you're looking at these dudes working on YouTube, like you can't do everything they do, and you shouldn't. Like, I mean, but it's kind of cool though, because like you look at steroid users and like some of the workouts that they do, and you can kind of tell, like, okay, hey, that workout actually works. Like you can see the full result of that that exercise on roids.
The basics usually always work.
Yeah,
but you'll see those guys roided out doing basics, but then they'll do like all these other ones to hit every head of the muscle. Yeah. Like, they'll do fucking curls out to the side because it hits a specific part of the left head of the fucking bicep. And then they'll curl it inside. And they'll do preachers.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they'll do like
we can't do that shit?
No, yeah, we can. But you'll damage your body so bad you need like 2-3 days to recover.
Oh, fuck
that. No, and that's what I was telling Terrance, because I used to read the bodybuilding magazines. That's all I ever knew. So I would do triceps and supersets and be wrecked for 3 fucking days. Or even sometimes a week. I couldn't do shit.
I remember one day I was at the gym, and this is like a part 1 of a part 2 story, or a 2-part story. So I was like doing arms, and I worked on my arms so hard, and I had some dumbbells that I couldn't maintain the direction my arms went when they came up. So my arms would actually go in the opposite direction I wanted them to be. And then I went to sleep that night. And then I had a nightmare that I couldn't feel my arms. I was in extreme pain. And then I woke up in the morning, and I still couldn't feel my arms, so I was kind of scared. Like, oh shit. It wasn't a dream. Because my arms are so sore from the workout the day before.
Yeah. So
that's nuts, dude.
That's why if you're not gonna supplement your body with some of those things, I mean, here's the thing: if you're not in competition and you know what to do with your body, like as far as recovery goes, there you go. As far as recovery goes,
yeah,
you're gonna get fucking.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And you gotta learn, like, some of these steroid users do things to protect their liver. Like, they'll take certain supplements to help this or that.
Does the steroids, like, damage your liver really bad? Or?
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. They've been trying to, there's some bodybuilders, especially from the golden era, where they have, like, so much intense liver damage and they've been dying early. Mm-hmm. Now, they haven't found, like, a direct link yet, but a lot of those old bodybuilders from that era keep saying that, yeah, this is what they think it is. Yeah. That extreme liver damage, where it's like their liver is covered in, like, cysts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's from all of the fucking breakdown of the shit, you know. It's filtering out all those steroids. Plus, most of these steroids, a lot of these steroids aren't exactly made in fucking, you know... Yeah. Somewhere where they're making antibiotics. You got fucking guys like Walter White out there making this shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I'm like, there's so many steroid users. It's like, where are they all really getting it from?
Right. And, well, here's the new shit. I mean, recently, or in the last decade or so, it's been from yams. And from Mexican yams, they've been taking testosterone or making, you know, steroids out of it. But now they're doing animal steroids, which was really hard to trace. But they got all these new ways, the EPO, which makes your blood get fucking filled up with blood platelets, like, thick. I imagine, you ever seen the Doom movie where they shoot guys that are, like, the infected and they'll bleed, like, black pellets?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I imagine your blood's like on EPO. But if you're going to naturally do the shit, you just hit your basics, don't overdo it, and mix it up.
Right.
That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the yoga thing because it stretches my muscles, keeps them long. Mm-hmm. I get good balance. I build, like, strength for balance and all this other shit. Plus, you get a good stretch. Your jump ropes or your jogging or your biking is your cardio, you know. Yeah. Your boxing can be that, but it's a skill builder too, which I think that's important. Like, well, what's all of this for if you're not going to use it for something?
That's what I was going to say. It's like, what's your goal long run? Because it's like, you can work out and just work out to look good. Like, have like a bodybuilder look. And it won't be like functional. Like, it's not going to help you fight better, but you'll look good.
Like, if bodybuilders, if it came to looking good in a fight, bodybuilders would win hands down every fucking time. But the reality is, that's the normal looking guy who's got work muscle functioning strength, or the guy who's built his muscle for function. Yeah, is gonna win. You know?
And skill too. I mean, skill. I mean, it's like, come on.
But you get the two with no skill, the better athlete. Now, if you get two athletes, the better skilled guy is gonna go.
I've watched some videos on YouTube of like bodybuilders trying to break into different arts. Like, so a bodybuilder trying to be a martial artist, and so you look at these guys like hitting the pads again, tired easier because their muscles like need so much oxygen they can't maintain.
Plus, they're not coordinated.
Yeah, that's true.
That they've never thrown a punch in their life. All they need to do is do this, and the motherfucker's like, I'm good.
Exactly. I mean, if I was a bodybuilder, I'd try to zangief somebody. I'm not gonna try and like punch. I'm gonna get tired. I'd just squeeze them or something. Well,
I heard this recently on a podcast, and it's an older podcast, but Steve Maxwell was saying most primates out in the fucking world are grapplers. A lot of mammals are grapplers too, but a lot of a lot of prey animals are strikers. You know, they'll like to strike and get the fuck out of there. Yeah. Or when they're falling prey to something, you know, they like to strike. But, so I was looking at it, so the majority of what I wanted to do was build my strength, but not leave out the fast twitch muscle shit, you know? Yeah. I don't want to be big, beefy dude and not have, you know, the ability to jump, you know, or fucking, I don't know, do a quick burpee or
just have mobility in general and stuff like that.
I would like to be able to jump.
But at the same time, though, I think that you probably could be very muscular and be effective. You just have to be effective smart, like you said, like most natural like predators. Like just think about it, if you fought a gorilla. Yeah. And a gorilla has like all this muscle mass like that. Exactly. He just grabs you and just rips something off.
Yeah. Like the chimpanzee.
Chimpanzees will rip people apart too.
500-pound man. They're stronger than a 500-pound man. They got that kind of strength. Stronger than a 500-pound. What do you think?
What kind of 500-pound man
This
are
is
we
a
talking?
150-pound chimpanzee. That's a 500-pound beefy fucking strong man. Imagine what an 800-pound gorilla could do. I mean, you ain't shit, dude. He's gonna rip you in half. He's gonna he can rape you.
I just seen the little rape that you made with your hand, dude.
You ever saw anime or manga like Great Teacher Onizuka?
Oh, I fucking love that shit.
Onizuka like flicks somebody on the forehead and they fly back like
20 feet. Or he'd be like suplexing the shit out of him.
Is that the sumo guy?
No, he's an old bike gang member, and then he decides he wants to become a teacher.
What is this?
Great Teacher Onizuka. It's funny as fuck.
Is this an anime?
Yeah, and it's a manga, and they did a live action.
Now I got
I think you would have liked it.
It's hilarious, dude. We'll marathon that shit one of these days.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. I like functioning strength.
But what would you rather be? Would you rather be like Gracie type jujitsu? Or like the ultimate striker, because I mean it's gonna come down to who can implement their game the best at the end of the day.
If the ultimate striker had the ultimate footwork, then yeah,
he would need some pretty solid defense too, though.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Most guys, you can grapple into your old age. Your striking abilities till your youth. Once that youth's gone, your striking abilities and speed go. And all you're left with is your strength. And then that's why I say I like to have that fucking strength down. That skill will be there for life. The striking I'll be able to do, but once I get older, I'm not going to be able to keep up with a 26-year-old or a fucking 30-year-old. When I'm in my 40s, I'm going to throw a jab and they're going to be behind me before I even fucking realize.
Some M. Bison shit.
Oh, shit. I'm just going to fucking try to wait for them to throw as many punches and fucking grapple,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, having that muscular build and some good grappling skills.
But the footwork, I think if any grappler who can get really good footwork cannot get hit, he'll be fucking fine for the longest time. And eventually I think they could take the advantage, just like the old days, Like if it's a purist versus purist, the old days, it's easier after time goes on. Yeah. But if you take the ultimate boxer and take him out of his element, or you put the Gracie into a boxer's element, I think he'll lose. Because I got 3 minutes. Gracie's like, oh, wait. There's no time limit.
I think people are starting to understand how dangerous jiu-jitsu is once you get to the ground, because I was taking some Brazilian jiu-jitsu classes, and I'm like, man, I never felt like such a child. If you have any good sense of awareness, when somebody is playing with you, I was just completely out of my element.
10 years ago, Sharm was just getting into Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and he was always dude, I just learned this new move. Let me show you how to do it. And I was down with it. I know a couple of things, but I'm not no fucking Gracie or no shit like that. But Sharm, he was just and I'm little as fuck, so he just walk up to me and do whatever, and sometimes it'd be it kind of hurts, and then sometimes it'd be holy shit, what the fuck are you doing to me? And then sometimes I just felt like a tiny little thing that you could just crumple up and go.
See, and I'm really appreciative of jiu-jitsu now, but my only thing is you can't really fight multiple people.
No, that's a self-defense. One guy, you're on and on, multiple things, that's why striking. You need to be able to strike. I think multiple people, you better know how to run. Yeah. Chances are better if you run, but, it's what it is. Because if I'm in the best physical conditioning that I can be, and these guys are average fucking dudes, I might be able to take them in a fight. But if I outrun them, they're going to be tired. Then I can run back and fuck them up.
I forgot... there's another jiu-jitsu guy. he was telling that story on like another podcast where the guys that tried to mug him.
Oh,
I know you know this guy.
Henzo Gracie.
Yeah, Henzo Gracie tried to mug Henzo.
He recorded that shit.
Exactly. He called the police and everything, and he was like, "Yeah, I think they're going to mug me and stuff like that." Then, like, what is it? He grabbed one of the guys and then beat him up, and his two buddies ran. He got in his car and drove around because he knew they had a meeting point, and then found them. And beat him up on the corner.
That's Henzo Gracie, man. He's a badass.
Oh,
but if you ever watch any interviews or anything with the dude's always smiling, just a fucking nice guy. He seems like a nice guy. I don't know. I've never met him.
I'd be exceptionally happy too if I could just kick the shit out of fucking muggers and robbers and shit like that.
That comes back to like another question. Like a lot of people never really fought before. They don't have really any fight experience. And so when it actually happens, you're kind of like
stirred in the headlights. They don't know what the fuck to do. They don't realize like, hey, this is where you punch now, dude.
Yeah.
So you fucking throw that punch or you're gonna get stuck. But you don't think that. You're thinking like, what's going on? Is this really happening? A lot of people
will wait for somebody else to move first, and then like it's too late. Like they don't react right away because it's like, oh shit, this is happening. This is pow.
Yeah, get your hands up. Like once that shit, just get your hands up, get ready. Don't fucking think about anything. Yeah. Just wait for the first movement. Move yourself. Throw the punch first. Usually, first punch thrown is the winner. As long as you don't fucking go.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people just still don't understand. Like you're getting really caught off guard. You're getting that like good quality hit in the face. It's not that easy to knock somebody out. Like you're gonna need to hit them a couple more times to really get them to go down.
And if your hand hasn't hit anything before, it's gonna get crushed.
Yeah, your hand's probably gonna get broken.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like most people don't realize when you're punching something that's solid like a fucking skull with your bare hands, your fucking wrist could bend, your knuckles could shatter. Mm-hmm. Your hand's definitely gonna get swollen.
My cousin came home with a broken finger because he punched a motherfucker and it popped the shit right out the socket, dude.
My hand's been jacked up. I don't know how many times. We all seen my hands. They're all wrecked. Yeah. But it hurts now when I'm older. And that's the other thing. Then nobody tells you that your fucking knuckles are gonna be sore. You're getting aches. I get aches in my knuckles every morning. Like right now they're sensitive, but I did. You hear that click?
Yeah.
It's from boxing the wall earlier.
Yeah.
But the shit builds up to a point where it's good and then it starts to break down and it causes issues. That's the whole negative thing about fighting, training like hard, super hard, conditioning your body for hard stuff, because eventually your body can't meet the requirements of healing that shit that you're doing to yourself.
Yeah.
And then, you know.
I mean, depending on what type of martial art you're doing or it makes sense, it's like, you gotta have the conditioning. Yeah. If it's like karate, you gotta have those hard hands. Yeah. Because, like, you're hitting a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like, you hit the wrong thing or you hit too hard.
But have you ever seen an old Kyokushin guy, like, how they move? Like, I'm talking like an elder guy.
They're really patient.
Yeah. And same
they
thing.
rarely move at all, and if they do, this like real slow motion, like.
Yeah, and they do, and they wait for that one strike.
That's the thing. It's like when they hit people, you see them crumble. Like it was cool because the cool thing about Moss is like he was taking people out with like one hit because it didn't matter if you blocked this hit or not. He still did damage to you. You just gave up. You're just like, I'm done. I don't want to hurt anymore.
That's great though, and karate's making a huge comeback.
Missed.
Like, especially in MMA, like with all these really great fighters that do it.
Yeah.
Raymond Decker, not Raymond.
Who's that one karate dude you showed me on YouTube the other last week?
Raymond Ramones or no?
The dude with the
Wonder Boy.
Thompson. Yeah.
Wonder Boy.
He's kicking the shit out of motherfuckers.
Yeah, dude. Like he threw a jab and stepped away like a fadeaway and threw a lead fucking like roundhouse kick thing. It's like with his foot and dude went out on his face. It was just, yeah, it's amazing.
I was showing Eric like the Taekwondo knockouts and shit that I had seen on YouTube before, and he's never seen no shit like that before. And I was like, you've never seen Taekwondo fights before? He's like, nah. It's like, dude, people getting knocked out. And I showed him one with that little 12-year-old boy that he's just like spinning roundhouse like fucking flying Kim Kaplan shit. And he's like, smack! You can hear the foot like hit dude's face, and then he was just out. He just kind of leaning towered over and just fell out. That was it. And Eric was just like, oh shit. And I was just cracking up. Oh, he got knocked the fuck out.
he got concussions and brain damage.
Oh yeah, man. I watch some boxing knockouts like every day. I can't go without watching them.
I watch
especially like Sugar Ray Robinson. Like, oh man, he's got this one knockout. I can't remember the guy's name who he knocked out at the time, but he hit him with this massive left hook, and you see this guy go flying like almost in a freaking corkscrew across the ring, and it's just brutal.
The best one that I've seen recently, or that I've seen in a long time, I should say, it's old fucking fight, is Tommy Morrison versus, God, what was the guy's name? He fought Tim Sylvia, though, in MMA, and he's a boxer.
Yeah.
And he fucking murdered him. But,
you wouldn't knocked out George Foreman?
No, he knocked out, you know who Tommy Gunn is? He played in the Rocky movie.
Yeah.
Rocky 4,
5.
4?
Was it 5?
It was 5.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday, Polly.
No, 5. 5 was the one where Rocky took the dude under his wing and trained him and all this shit, and then Don King came along and said, "Only in America," and fucking made money for the dude. And then he got screwed over by Rocky, or by the dude, and Rocky got, upset, and they had a street fight and shit. Yeah, Tommy Gunn, no. He got knocked out like hardcore by this guy. I can't remember his name.
Have you seen Creed already?
Creed. No, I haven't. I wanted to, but it was Merciless Ray Mercer.
Oh, okay.
Dude, here, just a quick clip. I'll show you this knockout. My internet's kind of jacked right now, so it might not be the quickest. But this knockout I found to be like super brutal. Like I said, my internet's slow right now. Unless Sprout's got better internet than me.
I do.
Cool, dude. Tommy.
I got the Wi-Fi, sucker.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, dude, Tommy Morrison.
And now it plays.
It's all slow. And that's not it. That was DMX. What the fuck was that? Did you see that?
Yeah, popped up.
DMX? See, my internet's that slow. It's still playing the last video.
Who was that? Tommy Gunn versus who?
Merciless Ray Mercer. It's a really brutal knockout, though, dude. Like, it is nasty.
Oh, this shit right here?
Yes.
Should I go forward?
Is this? Wait, how long is this?
It's like a minute.
Can you fast forward?
Yeah, Scrabble.
You Scrabble. Rewind that shit. Watch this shit, dude. Boom. Watch this. Boom. 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 You hear those hits?
Yeah, man.
Damn.
He's getting wrecked here. He's done.
Damn.
No, he's still,
his eye was already still
going.
Yeah.
He's still going.
He's still going, but he was already gone.
Yeah,
you
he
see
was
when he got
gone
that
all
left
the
hook, dude, his chin shot up, that was it.
His head was wobbling, his eyes closed. He's still throwing punches and shit.
If you continue to watch when they do the replay, he's up against the ropes and dude's out and he's getting
Yeah, man, I can see it.
He murdered him, dude.
Yeah.
He hit him so hard, that's when Tommy Morris got HIV. You see that upper?
Damn!
Doosh, doosh.
That may have turned it, but this is the conclusion of the
Watch
fight.
this shit.
Tell us what was happening.
Boom. Through the guard.
I'm just trying to get in on him.
Body shot.
Oh, he dropped his
Open
hand.
his hand up.
The
Boom.
right.
Boom.
Boom.
Damn.
Dude, he's still sleeping. Look at him. And he's still punching the fuck out of his ass.
He murdered him. Now that's brutal.
He punched his ass like 20 times while he was unconscious.
That referee. Where was the referee?
The referee should have stopped that way before.
Yo, refs gave less of a fuck back in the day.
He got his face caved in, man.
God damn.
Yeah,
Nice.
those things make me grateful that I had the fights that I did, but I avoid as much as possible because I've gotten knocked out before. I've woken up like, what the fuck is going on?
I've definitely
what time
been knocked
is it?
out
Where
before.
am I? And then, you got hit in the head with a radio, or hey, this is.
And you were
Were you in fucking
on the side.
You're fucking like, Dead Rising or some shit. You got people hitting you with mall appliances.
Well, it's funny. There's somebody always there to watch. He's just like, well, somebody had to record it for World Star.
Right. It was insane. I don't want to concur or get any more brain damage than I already do. It causes tons of fucking issues. Like, you watch these football players, dude, that are fucking, they got early onset Alzheimer's at like fucking 30 and 40.
Yeah. They made whole rules against headshots now in fucking football.
But it's still, here's the thing. If you've gotten kicked in the chest, your fucking head feels it still. Just because your body's fucking twerking, your whole neck, like anything that makes your body move at an accelerated rate from nothing to you're going, your brain's gonna get fucking pushed up against the skull regardless, you know.
Yeah.
Like even a body slam or a takedown, you're getting head damage. With grappling, sometimes your head gets squeezed. Somebody puts a triangle on and they think they got it and they don't, and next thing you know, they're squeezing your fucking head, or they try to bulldog choke you and they're squeezing your head. Like, what are you trying to do? Like, this isn't a technique. You're just pulling yourself.
Yeah. No, the thing is, I only saw stars one time, and that's when I was probably about 13. No, I was probably 12. Probably 12 at the time. I went to his birthday party, and the older brother of the kid, I don't know why he invited me to the birthday party, because the last time I seen him, we fought because he accused me of stealing something that I didn't steal, and then I beat him up. So I was kind of surprised to get an invite to go to a party. But I'm like, all right, maybe we're just going to make up, whatever. And his brother came out, who was older, was already like 18 at the time, picks me up and power bombs me on the concrete.
Damn.
So when I hit, I literally saw stars. Everything was black. I saw stars. I wheezed. Was like, because that impact just forced all the air out of you. You can't breathe properly. I got up and I walked home and I'm just like, I'm never going to that party again.
That's the party.
I got knocked out when I was like 25.
Well, you remember getting knocked out?
Well, I don't remember getting knocked out, but I remember I remember what happened before and I remember what happened after. Yeah. So I'm confronting this dude because he's trying to blame me for some shit that I didn't even do. Yeah. So tell him, like, dude, I've been over at so-and-so's house. I've been drinking and playing my guitar the whole night. Dude, there's no way I could have done this shit. And I already talked to him on the phone about it, and he took my word for it at first. And my cousin's in the background amping him up. Nah, man, I know this nigga did it. How? Because I ain't seen you in how many months? Yeah. And so they show up to my crib, and I got my roommates telling me this, and so I'm like, fuck, I gotta go over there now. I go over there, we're on the porch, and we're at John's house. Yeah. And we're on the porch, and I'm trying to talk to some sense into the dude, like, look, man, I promise you I didn't do blah, blah, blah. He showed up there like 8 niggas deep. And they're all on the top deck with us. And I'm smoking a cigarette. And while dude's talking to me and I'm talking to him, this big Rick Ross looking motherfucker came in, casually just took my cigarette out my hand. And then I was like, what the fuck? And then I seen dude go, man, you must think I'm stupid. And started walking away towards dude with my cigarette, right? But it all happened in slow motion. He was like, you must think I'm stupid. And that was it, dude. I don't even remember getting hit. I just remember the phrase, you must think I'm stupid. And it getting slower and slower as he fucking walked away. And when I woke up, my whole face was busted up. I was covered in my own blood. I was laying in my bed and shit like, what the fuck just happened? And I got up. I lost like 15, 20 minutes of time. The paramedics were already on the deck waiting for me to wake up and shit. It's fucked up. I had to go to North Memorial and get like 24 stitches. I had to get like 6 here. And then, like, I think it was, like, 18 or 14 inside of my lip. And then they were supposed to be dissolvable stitches, but they never completely dissolved. And so Shani's grandma was, like, pulling them out of the inside of my lip. And she didn't like my black ass anyway, so she's yanking them out. And I'm like, She's like, shut up, quit whining.
I remember that. You had some pictures, because I remember, you had some, like, lip dance. So I was like, what happened to you? Yeah.
I looked like Jay-Z for, like, 6 weeks, dude. My lips were all puffy and shit.
I like your, the way you mimicked them, you're like, you must think I'm like you Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat.
Resplendent.
It's interesting, dude. That's why I don't, like I said, the brain damage, it fucks up your hormone. Like, you lose testosterone. Like, your endocrine system gets jacked from brain damage. Like, there's a lot of negative things that happen. So, that's why I don't, like, if I spar, I want to spar with somebody I know. Somebody I know is not trying to fucking hurt me.
Yep.
You know? Just kind of like how we were going. We were touching pad. We weren't going.
Yeah, and we were still moving fast as shit, but like we had control. We weren't like trying to like fucking Kano somebody, rip a motherfucker's heart out. And
that's why I'm really careful. Like, you know, I don't go looking for fights. But I tell you, get into a fight, take it very seriously. Because like, if they knock you out, you're going to be at the mercy of another person.
Yeah, there will.
Who knows what their intention is?
Yeah, I know if I knock somebody out, I don't continue to fucking wail on them if I can. Mm-hmm. Because there's been times where, like I said, that time I was on my fucking bike over north.
Yeah.
And I'm riding down the alley, and dude stands in front of me and say, "Oh, nice bike." Mm-hmm. I say, "Yeah, I like it too," and that's all I really remember. I remember trying to go around him. And next thing you know, I'm standing there, my ears ringing. Can't tell where my legs are. I feel like I'm falling. I can't tell. I'm all super dizzy. And I see him walking up towards me. I didn't know I got hit yet, but I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And then he came towards me, and instantly, I don't know what it was. I didn't think I had my hearse packed in my pocket, and I don't remember thinking, reach in there, grab it, hit him. I just know my hand found it, and as soon as he got close enough, I hit him, and I didn't think about it. It was all instinct. And next thing you know, he's laid out on the ground. I don't remember how many hits I got on him until I came to, and I was stomping on his head, and I seen
God damn
his ear.
This unsolved crime.
It's like a cold case.
I didn't say what ear. Okay, so I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people who got their ear stomped off. The dude's ear ripped. Like, I seen it ripped. I seen white and I seen blood, and that's when I was like, "What the fuck am I doing? What's going on?" And I instantly grabbed the pack. I didn't even put it in my pocket. I didn't think about it. I just grabbed my bike and I rode to Matt's house, and I got in Matt's doorway. I ran up Matt's stairs, and Matt and his girlfriend were in his bedroom. And I come in, and I open Matt's door, or curtain, because there are curtains out of the doorway, and I throw the pack at him. And I didn't realize that my entire face is covered in blood. My whole shirt's covered in blood. My legs are covered in blood. My hands covered in blood. And this pack that I gave him, this little Hearst fucking shift pack, is covered in blood. He's like, "Well, what the fuck is this?" And I'm like, "I gotta go." And I went to the bathroom, and I looked in there, and I'm shaking. My face is white from shock, and I'm fucking covered in blood. And I'm like, "Oh my God," I didn't even realize, like, dude hit me and left, like, cuts on my forehead from his rings. And I was like, I didn't think about it until months later. I should have took his fucking rings. He tried to take me from a bike. I should have took him from
I get like 2 bites out of that ear.
I should have chewed that rest of it off, but no. Instead, I was scared for my life. I thought I was going to go to jail. I hid in fucking Matt's house. Dee cleaned me up. She helped clean me up, and she said, "Don't let him out of the house for the next couple of days." And
damn. See, that's why I love Dee, man, because she always knows what's up, dude. Like, she won't say no shit about it. She'll just be like, "You should probably just chill here for a little while."
Yeah. But we went back a few days later, or like the next day, or later in the, it was a day, one whole day, right through the evening, the next day, and into the evening, that evening, I went back over there. We both did in Matt's car, and there was a pool of crusted blood crust and ants. Like, the entire thing was ants.
God damn.
And I was like, holy shit. And then, like, 2 weeks later, I'm riding on the same bike, right? And I'm going down Lowry Avenue, and I'm coming up to Lindale, and I see the fucking dude standing on the corner but at the store. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, if I turn around, he's going to know it's me and chase me or shoot me. And it's like, I don't know what to do. I keep riding, and the dude's head's wrapped up, and his ears wrapped. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
That's when you look at him and give him a nod.
I didn't act like I seen him, but he didn't even notice me. He didn't notice me.
He probably fucking punched his ass blind.
He probably doesn't remember any of it. I don't know about that. I know he probably doesn't remember any of it, though, because I was right in front of him with the same bike that he fucking tried to jag me for. But that just let me know, like, I don't remember getting knocked out.
It's probably like Swansea, he remembered the beginning, the end, out the middle. I'm pretty sure he don't remember. Because the
beginning was so quick. I came around the corner and the dude standing there. Like,
damn, dog, what happened to you? All I know is that I wanted a bike.
Probably exactly. His story is probably way different than yours. Instead of put on a bike, I was gonna ask this guy for the time, maybe.
Oh shit!
They said they woke up in the hospital.
I was asking dude for a cigarette, man.
The shits, the fights though, they're nice to have in your past to draw from. Like whenever you do get in anything, you can like, I've done this before. I've been here before. Why do I need to be afraid? I've done this shit.
Experience points.
Yes, exactly. So then that just kind of, and then you don't even think about I've done this before. You're just like, okay, let's just do this. And then now I'm like, I don't want to, like, okay, I can do this. We can if you want to. I was like, but I'm thinking, I don't want to get brain damage. I don't want to kill you. I don't want to go to prison. I don't want anything to go bad. I was like, so let's try to not do this. But if anything comes, I'm going to.
I know, but it's like some people that so they got something to prove, or they don't have any fighting experience, and so they're like trying to get something. They think they're big and bad, and they want to test themselves on you.
It's like you never fucking been into it. Like it's your body, even if it's like a 5-second fight. I have always felt thrashed afterwards. Like I feel like my muscles tear. Like I feel like I've never used my body that hard, that fast.
Well, because you never do.
Yeah, well, like not like that. Like I can do the most intense workouts ever. They're not the same as getting into an actual fight.
Yeah.
Because your body's like, you're not thinking anymore about your repetition speed. Go faster. Yeah, no, you're just going faster. You need to go faster. Your body's like, ah.
Yeah.
No thinking. Reptile brain.
Medulla oblongata.
Yep.
I mean, it's all survival instinct pretty much at that point.
Yeah.
Unless you got so much experience, you're just like mentally active in that mode. Like you're really a professional.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't like. I think if I'm thinking, I should be grappling. If I'm not thinking, it should be used for my striking because I don't need to think. I shouldn't think.
You don't need reflex to grapple, really.
Well, like, yeah. Well, you can think. You can think moves out ahead of time. But striking, you can kind of set up the footwork and the punches. But you get hit, all that goes out the window, and you're like start from square one. But it's a little different. I would rather not think. I'd rather just instantly react. That way, the fraction of a second isn't wasted on thinking. Yeah. It's just there. Oh, I don't know why I threw that punch, but I did. And it hit him, so I'm grateful.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you just fucking
practice.
Woke up like, I know Kung Fu.
Yeah. If you practice enough, like, I've hit Jamie by accident recently. And I've hit my wall recently because I've been doing that every day for the past 3, 4, almost a month and so many days now that my reaction is just to snap out the jab, snap out the jab. So I'm sleeping. And just like in the Kill Bill where she's sleeping and she bam hits the wall, it's because her muscles are trained now to snap the jab, snap that fucker out.
Yeah.
So the more you do that, I think doing it through heavy bag, doing it through mitts, doing it through shadow spar, like doing it all these different ways, weighted, underwater is all the best way because you can build up strength, speed, endurance, technique. Your form's always great.
What I think is really interesting is how, what's his name, that actor, Michael Jai White.
Oh, yeah.
He talks a lot about eliminating that preparation movement that's behind.
It's a wasted movement.
Bruce Lee used to speak a lot about that, too.
Yeah, you try to cut off any fat that you can.
Exactly. So even if you're not a fast guy, like you eliminate that preparation move, you can get the hit off first.
Yeah. Just a terrible example, because his punch was weak as fuck, and he punched a kid, was Cat Williams. Did you watch his punch?
Yeah,
no, his punch was like this. He was like, BAM! It was no fat on it. It was perfect, like no fat.
Like when your cousin knocked out that Asian kid?
Yeah, no, that was fun. He was like, he just like spun his hand. He just.
Did you see we got in a fight the second time and then the Somali soccer player kid choked him out?
Yeah.
Why is he beating up kids?
That's the kid. The kid, he punched him right in the face. He punched this kid. He's like, but there was no fat. He had his hands up like this. I said, BAM! It just went from nothing to punch. but there was no power and it was a shit punch.
Yeah.
But there was no fat on it. And he got that first hit. When you get that first hit, you can...
Why was he punching up kids is my question.
I heard that kid was chasing him around talking about Kevin Hart's funnier and talking shit.
Yeah, he was harassing him. He just kept following him. Cat wasn't even trying to fight him, but the guy followed him and then started to fight him.
Yeah, watch this. No wasted movement. Watch this. His hands right there. Boom! Boom! Boom!
Yeah.
Oh, wait! Snap it out. Snap. It was quick.
His first and last punch, but it was...
Look at now he's getting the shit beat out of him.
Yeah, that's the same kid. That kid needed to pull his body over.
The cat was like, stop. He punched the kid.
It was good, though. But, yeah.
Yeah, man. That's the kind of thing I like about Kyokushin. It has an emphasis on like that one hit, just knock it out. Because you want to end the fight as soon as possible. Long goes on, the worse it is for both of you guys.
Yeah. Because you're gonna incur damage.
Yeah.
Even if you're the fucking baddest dude and you don't get hit, your hands, your feet, whatever you're landing on somebody, it's gonna hurt. That's why the conditioning your body is for that shit. But like I said, there's a point where the conditioning goes so far, and then when you get to a certain age, that conditioning is an adverse effect, like arthritis in the knuckles. Like these guys who fucking hit these metal plates can hit you with like iron fist at like 60 years old, but they can't write a letter to their daughter, or they can't squeeze boobies properly. You know?
That's important.
Sex is only for procreating. Yeah, so it's good. It's good. I think it's good on what you want to do. It just depends on what you want. I'm not going to say that's bad. Is if you want to punch a motherfucker up into your 60s with a steel fist, by all means, fucking condition the fuck out of your knuckles.
I still kind of want to find some guy in the woods to just chuck $100, $500 to and just train in the woods.
Well,
for like God knows how long.
Like
find that guy that Carlos Conduit, the guy that trains Carlos Conduit.
Not Vidal Portal. Was it something like that?
It's like a French dude.
Yeah, it's the same dude.
I want some old karate master, like fucking Goken or some shit, like just out in the fucking wilderness. Ken, fetch me some water from the valley. That motherfucker's huge. Oh, I'm in a coma for 8 years, and my muscles have never atrophied.
Obviously, Goken has some ancient steroids going on.
I think it's safe to say that he has fucked around with a little bit of Arnold Schwarzenegger's buddies. Him and Lance Armstrong go way back. Yeah, like all of those guys. Ettore Belfort. Fucking A. That guy tested out of like 1,800 parts per milliliter or per million.
Damn.
Like 1,800. Like the average person's like, was it like 300?
Yeah.
300 to 500. Some black guys can get super high natural testosterone levels, like just like some certain Mexicans and certain white folks, depending on what they do.
Yeah.
But if you're sedentary, your testosterone levels are usually lower. But like, an average black guy has like, it was a 1.15 or somewhere. There's like these little minuscule markers, but Asian guys are like 0.75, 0.8. And some of these races don't get any lower than Asian guys. So that's why they're so small and interchangeable when it comes to but their body's so conditional, like from their nutrients and where they grew up. Like, of course, that's what sex is for. You need a male, you need a female, so their bodies produce more testosterone, obviously. But that's why they don't emphasis on strength; they emphasis on speed and technique and all of that. And that's why I think, like, without them, essentially everybody else is a barbarian. You know what I mean? Until they come along and learn some shit, teach you some shit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, as far as I know, like, the root of karate or all that shit came from, like, the Eastern country, like, or, fucking China and shit, Like that, yeah.
Well, supposedly, I think, like, Kung Fu originated because, like, monks wanted to defend their temples from, like, raiders and shit like that.
Yeah, but, I mean...
Or Shaolin Kung Fu. I don't have to say all Kung Fu.
Yeah, but Chinese Kung Fu is supposed to be, like, 4,000 years old? It's supposed to be, I think, like, one of the oldest martial arts. I know it's an older one. It's, like, Indian. I can't remember what it's called.
It's like oil wrestling.
Hassan.
But every culture has a fighting art or something that they're combat sport. You know, be it Native Americans was wrestling, Indian wrestling, or whatever, or the Greeks. Fucking they did like MMA shit.
Oh yeah.
You name it, everything.
The Romans had like the Colosseum.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like everybody had their own shit. Their holds, their wrestling, their grappling was in every single. Even China and Asia, like a Sanshao, that shit's fucking. I love watching that shit.
Yeah, exactly. That shit's nice.
But judo, everything, everywhere's got their own wrestling. Like it's fucking great. Striking, on the other hand, it came from specific areas and it just developed and changed depending on where it went to. Like the French have their own savate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That's toe touch shit.
I remember we used to play hacky sack all the time. I go out for these like long distance ass kicks. Like the hack would be like way the fuck far away, and somehow like connect with it. Wow, pow! So I was like, "You're these savate kicks." Like, what the fuck are you? You call me some kind of savant?
Savate. Those are long fucking reaching out. Like I'm gonna keep safe kicks.
Exactly.
But they were good because they would use their ball like karate guys would, push with the ball.
Yeah, I used to like savate. It looked good.
Yeah, it looks cool, like, especially if you wear the shoes. They're great. The dress shoes. You can fuck somebody up.
Too.
Yeah. There's actually a gentleman martial art that came out that James Bond's character supposedly does, but it's an actual thing that they use canes.
Mm-hmm.
They use what's the name of that shit? Sherlock Holmes.
The hat?
No, Sherlock Holmes, the guy, his character in the movies practiced the same thing pretty much.
You're talking about Cumberbatch?
Is that what it's called?
Oh, you're talking about Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. That art, it's like a thing. It's like savate and like a gentleman's boxing and grappling technique using canes and how to be a gentleman and keep your distance and all this other cool shit, dude.
That's kind of cool. Hey, if you want to be 60 and still fighting, you have a cane anyway.
Well, grappling you can do until you're old. Anthony Bourdain, 60 years old, 59.
Yeah, I saw that.
Won his tournament. Fucking a blue belt. Won his first gold medal in a tournament, a grappling tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Almost 60 years old. He just started a few years ago and he just got really into it. And I was like, if he's been a heroin addict and an alcoholic and he travels all over the world and puts his body through radiation flying in the fucking sky, and landing jet lagged in places and eating shit food and eating this shit and being stressed out. Imagine how his body is developed and how he's able to accomplish these things.
Oh yeah.
Going through all of it. His life's already over. No offense. No spring chicken. But I think if I can get a head start, it'd be awesome.
Exactly. But I mean, it's like to do jiu-jitsu especially, you gotta be in amazing condition, man. Or just have some overwhelmingly amazing technique where you get your people down fast enough that you don't really...
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think jiu-jitsu without judo or without any kind of wrestling is not pointless. It's just not nearly as effective.
Yeah.
Like, if you've watched the best wrestler in the world, like, those guys' shots are... You can't stop them.
They're split second.
They're split second. Dudes, you're taking down, like, the fastest shots I've ever seen. Tito Ortiz is fucking super fast, and he's shit compared to a lot of these other guys.
He's still fighting? He's old as shit by now,
Bellator. He's still fighting for Bellator. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I watched.
Because he was in, like, the first UFC game.
Yeah, he was. He was in, like, UFC 19 or 17, Young Guns. I remember when he fought, and then he fought Guy Mesger. He won his first fight, and then fought Guy Mesger, and got fucking submitted with a guillotine choke. And then I think he fought Frank Shamrock and lost and got gassed out. And then after that, it was cardio machine all fucking day,
Yeah, exactly.
And then you never see him gassed out since. Randy Couture did a good job of making him look like he was weak, though.
I seen that fight.
Yeah, he spanked him in the butt.
That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, I watched
Dude, Tito left that shit crying, though. That shit was hilarious.
Been on that bike for 3 months straight.
Oh, wasn't there a fight between Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell once where Chuck Liddell beat his ass and he left crying? Yeah. That shit was funny as fuck. But that first fight, though, that was the fight where Tito... He was talking good shit. I'm gonna fuck Chuck Liddell up. And then the guy in the octagon, Chuck started socking his ass up, and he started walking with, yeah! He fucking knocked his ass clean out, and you see Tito get up, and I knocked out.
So your favorite fighter is like what, Wanderlei?
At the time, you know what? My favorite fighter to watch is Wanderlei, or was Wanderlei. Yeah. Now I like different guys, but for the era, there's nobody better.
Was it Wanderlei Silva in Pride?
Yes.
He was like my favorite fighter in Pride.
At that time, Sakuraba and Wanderlei Silva were my favorites at the time.
Sakuraba was dope shit.
Sakuraba was doing shit nobody ever seen. He was doing badass grappling shit like nobody ever could do. And then you had Wanderlei Silva, the destroyer, the guy who was like axe murderer, twisting his wrist, looking you.
He was like choking motherfuckers on the floor and punching the fuck out of them.
What was the Sakuraba was like to do? What, keep beating the Gracies, right?
Yeah, the Gracie. He beat Hoyce in an 1.5-hour fight, dude. That's a long fucking fight. 15-minute rounds, 6 rounds, and they had to throw it in. I watched the entire thing, and it was like brutal leg kicks.
I think I seen like the last like half an hour, and it's like I think they just saw how tired he was. He wasn't gonna make it.
Don't you still have a lot of those fights
for desperate grabs and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. It got really fucking bad for him. But yeah, he snapped Renzo Gracie's arm. That dude who got those robbers. Yeah, he broke his arm, and they fought again in Metamoris. I think it was Metamoris and grappling, and it came out a draw. It would look pretty decent now. And he beat Hoyler Gracie, who was the first one he fought. Hickson, he never got to fight. He fought Hyan Gracie and beat him. He fought a lot. He beat all the Gracies except for Hickson. But Hickson, I think he avoided that all day.
He's like, he's got us down, man.
He's like, I'm good. I don't need to fuck with you. I got my own thing. I'm gonna go surf. He did surf, that guy, at fucking 16 years old or however old he is now.
I'm trying to finish watching that documentary.
Choke,
yeah.
I've watched that thing
like
like 3 times. It's on fucking YouTube.
Word?
Yeah. You can check it out. It's a good documentary. He does this yoga shit, dude, where he's sitting there doing this, and he sucks in his stomach, and it like pits in, and his ab muscles, you could see them, and they're like 2 wires, and they do this.
What the fuck?
Dude, check it out. Just on your phone.
I watched some of his explanation for that and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, what's
talking about?
How you can control your breathing. Yeah. And it's your diaphragm. He's using his diaphragm to do that. His son, Kron Gracie, is a beast. If you ever watch him, he doesn't do traditional point style jiu-jitsu like everybody else. He does aggressive, go for submission only all the fucking time. He's not trying to sweep you. If he's sweeping you with the ankle lock. He's not. It's all for submission all the time. So he's really fun to watch, dude. But his son does.
This shit was made by manga.
He's like.
Yeah, it was actually
Yeah, it's a Japanese fucking documentary.
You guys made anime.
Yeah.
I'm watching this later.
What is that? Just watch. Put Hickson Gracie yoga, stomach thing. Just put stomach thing. Somebody will put stomach thing. Like, what? What are you talking about?
Stomach abnormality.
Yeah, he does his weird yoga thing, but it controls his diet.
Well, they do that a lot in India too, though.
Yeah. But that's where he learned it from, was yoga guys. It's not.
Yeah, he said he learned from like some yoga guys. Yeah. It's supposed to be instinctual, like based on animals.
Yeah.
And the guy is just you've mastered this now.
So I try to be beside a fighter. I try to keep my physical very smooth and a combination where I can be very flexible, very strong, very fast, very well coordinate, with a good balance.
With a good balance.
So those elements, I try to combine.
Just wait, Sprout.
Sometimes when I make my routines, I get in a very special stage of meditation. And this is beautiful because I'm able to exercise and totally clean my mind and keep myself in the present moment.
What the fuck?
When you control your breath, you can actually control yourself mentally and physically.
That is nuts.
Your fears and your emotional stress.
See what I mean?
That shit is nuts.
You try to punch him and stomach moves.
Like,
They separated him at one point. I seen one dude. He was like so ripped his abs he could separate them, like literally like open shut. That shit's crazy.
That's insane, dude.
That's mastery right there. That's a fucking master. Like, have you ever seen one? That's a goddamn master. Helio was a master. Like Bruce Lee.
Helio. Yeah, is he still alive, Helio?
He died.
He's old as fuck.
Like fucking, I don't know how many years ago, but yeah, he died. So did Carlos Gracie. There's a lot of Hein Gracie died. There's a lot of dead people. But yeah, Kevin Randleman died, man. That was one of my guys. That was that's crazy. His suplex of Fedor was legendary. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen
Oh, dude, it's a fucking video game. It's like video games. I've never seen anybody get slammed. He does. You know that Zangief move, the Siberian suplex, where he picks dude up and jumps in the air and does a backflip? Mm-hmm. He did that.
No, he didn't.
Look, check it out. I shit you not. I shit you not. I shit you not.
You see that Japanese wrestler that did like Zangief special?
Yeah.
With the dog?
Yeah. He's like, I was like, I wish that was real. I wish that was a real person. He did that.
I wouldn't want to be that
I just spaced out on his name. What's his name again? Ron.
Kevin Randleman.
Kevin Randleman.
I don't know what the fuck Ron came from.
Ron
Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy does a choke. That's a dick choke, dude. That's what we're trying to see. I knew this would get dwindled down to dick jokes eventually.
Which one? There's like a million suplexes.
That's the monster suplex. It's the same dude. Watch this. Watch it. Here he goes.
Damn!
Look at this. Suplex?
Damn.
Boom!
He twisted his hip into that in midair, too.
Yeah.
I seen that came down.
Yeah, this is a beautiful. But right after that, Fedor rolled him over and put him in a Kimura, like almost instantly.
He's like,
how the fuck did Fedor? I was like, I do this all the time.
You know, I'm slow as fuck. It took me until just this YouTube video to remember who the fuck Kevin Randleman is.
Yeah.
That was like when I was actively still watching UFC, like every time it came on and shit.
It was funny. It's like Fedor was like, let's kill him 1 to 10. 5.
I can't be that fucker's fighting again, dude.
Yeah, it's time, man.
I watched this fight.
Yeah.
I was like, that's Fedor. That's a Fedor fight. And I was like, but that guy's not skilled. I don't want to see.
Yeah.
I don't want to see. I mean, I do, but I don't. I want to
right.
see if he's got it because he believes he's got it. But at the same time, dude, you're a legend. Don't fuck it up. So you already got choked out by Werdum. You got knocked out by Dan Henderson.
Yeah. I think it's time.
Stop. But he did go out on a high note with like 2 or 3 wins, and then he came back and got another win.
So now what's it? I heard GSP might be making a comeback, and that Conor McGregor is retiring.
Yeah, and GSP's supposed to be fighting. They're trying to make Diaz and GSP fight for UFC 200, which would be really good. I would watch that. Yeah. I'll pay for that. UFC 200 is looking to be a really good card. But the whole Conor McGregor retiring thing is like, oh, Dana. I know Dana's like, hey, that motherfucker little Irish son of a bitch. How much money I put in? Money over fist. All fucking day long.
Well, I hear he was asking for like $10 million for the car and stuff like that, and they wouldn't give him the $10 million. So he's like, yeah, I'm just going to retire now then.
Yeah. I mean, thanks for the cheese.
Yeah.
Let's go. And Bellator would pick his ass up for $10 million. I know they would. I know they would because they paid Ben Henderson more than the UFC offered him, and they took Ben Henderson up. They let Phil Davis go. They snatched up Phil Davis. They're snatching up people left and right that are coming to the UFC. They got Jackson, but Jackson and Bellator thing's been weird.
Yeah, I heard that.
He's like, I'm going back to the UFC, and they're like, Bellator's like, no, you ain't, bitch. You're going to court. And the Jackson fight got canceled because of it. I was like,
I want to see some more fights with her. What's her name? Claudia Cadell.
Yeah. Oh, I love her.
Yeah,
dude. She's pretty, dude.
She's pretty. She's a fighter.
Oh, you know who else I love? Tessia Torres, dude. When she fought Rose Namajunas just recently, she lost. But oh my beautiful woman.
Like there was no loser in that fight.
There was no loser. Their girls are beautiful, both of them. But yeah, Who I really like though is Johanna Josepchik or whatever her name. That bitch is bad, dude.
Is, man.
If it's a striking battle, she's a bad motherfucker, dude. And I liked Holly Holm. I wanted her to stay champion.
I wanted her too, man.
Because she is wholesome. You know, like milk.
Yeah. She's like a church girl. Sounds like milk.
Yeah.
She seemed like a church girl for sure. Yeah.
Ronda Rousey was like
Ronda Rousey's like one of those girls that like fucking would probably shank your ass in the club or some shit. Oh no! I'm thinking about the other chick. Ronda Rousey would probably shank your ass in the club still, but what was that one chick we were talking about? That was
Cyborg.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chris Cyborg. Yeah,
dude, she's actually a really nice person, believe it or not. And she's a wicked fighter though. Like, I feel like she would eat your face if that was part of the rule. I can eat this face. Yes.
I may feast.
I mean, Gina Carano was a beautiful fucking woman. Really good mixed martial artist. Like one of the first women's champions ever, and held the belt for a little bit. She got all the recognition towards MMA or female MMA, and then Cyborg came and just like smashed everybody, and came to Gina Carano and smashed Gina Carano and put her into retirement, and it's been Cyborg smash like all fucking time, and just not in the UFC. And Ronda Rousey was willing to move up to 140 to fight Gina Carano, but won't do that for Cyborg.
Oh,
I wouldn't either.
But Chris Cyborg used to be a man, right?
Oh, Joe Rogan got in trouble for that joke just recently.
Really?
Yes, he did. Because she's fighting in the UFC now. So he's like, oh, okay. You know, it was a joke. She got popped for steroids. You know
what's funny when you say that she used to be a man? I think about the fucking. Remember, it used to be like American Gladiators, except for it had the black dude with the fucking fake ass cyborg arm. As a matter of fact, I think he played Jax in the Mortal Kombat TV movie too, or the TV show.
That's Michael J. White too.
Nah, Cyborg.
No, they played.
That played Jax. No, not in the movie, but in the TV show.
Actual, yeah. Okay, yeah.
All I know is that that bitch is bad, and she's gonna murder some people, and there's gonna be some people who are gonna get hurt. I think what they should do, because if you ever seen Kat Zingano, she's a big girl, like muscular. She's a big fucking girl. She can easily do 140, 145, and I think that should be the fight. You know, not who she's fighting. Mrs. Ear Explode. That girl's ear blew up, man.
Damn.
She got punched right in the ear by, was it Claudia? I can't remember who punched her in her ear, but it said, and it shot up.
Yeah,
that's
right. Yeah, I watched that. Yeah.
I was like, oh, her ears is dangling.
So
She's like, no, I'm good. It was like, no,
you didn't see what just happened. Yeah. You know, I had something like that happen to me one time. So I was skateboarding.
I told me about that.
I was skateboarding down Laurier Avenue and stuff like that, where the Burger King is. There's that intersection.
Yeah.
And I was probably going like 30 miles per hour. Guy with the car like just starts coming out. He's in front of me. I'm going way too fast. I'm thinking like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And as soon as I stopped thinking, like, I was like, oh shit, I keep getting closer and closer. Like, this is gonna suck. And I hit his car. Boom! And I'm in the air. And then while I'm in the air, I'm thinking to myself, why do people close their eyes when they're in accidents? So I open my eyes, and then I see my legs. I'm like, that's why. Then I close my eyes, and then I'm in the middle of the street, and I get up, and I'm like, oh, like I'm okay. My toes hurt a little bit, but I'm okay. And I start like walking away. Then all of a sudden, this van pulls over right next to me, and these two black women get out, and they're like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. They're like, no, you're not okay. Like, we saw you in the air, like.
Oh, shit. Well, that's our time, man. We're going to cut it short here. But, Terrance, thanks for coming.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
And listeners, thanks for listening. We will be with you with our next upload in a week.